Hello, everyone. Hope your Friday's going well. We're going to begin our Bible trivia. I'm going to be doing this on every Friday. I may occasionally miss one, but I think I should be able to do it most Fridays. But before we get started to our Bible trivia, I got to ask you a question. Here's my first question is this. What has more lives than a cat? A frog, because it croaks every night. Why are hairdressers never late for work? Because they know all the shortcuts. All right, let's get into our question. Our first one is this. Who was the beggar in Jericho whom Jesus healed the blindness? Was it Bartimaeus, Nicodemus, or Erastus? Mark 10 and verse number 46 through 52 tells us that it was Bartimaeus. Number 2, who did the Roman centurion in Capernaum ask Jesus to heal? Was it his daughter, his wife, or his servant? Matthew 8, verses 5 through 13 tells us that it was his servant. Number 3, how was the woman who suffered for 12 years with a hemorrhage healed? Jesus touched her, she touched Jesus, or she touched the hem of Jesus' tunic? Matthew 9, verse 20 through 22 tells us that she touched the hem of Jesus' tunic. Number 4, when Jesus went to Peter's house and found Peter's mother-in-law sick in bed, how did he heal her? He spoke to her, he touched her hand, or he commanded her to rise. Matthew 8, verse 14 through 15, he touched her hand. Number 5, at the pool of Bethesda in Jerusalem, what day of the week did Jesus heal the lame man? Was it the Sabbath, the third day of the week, or the sixth day of the week? John 5, verses 1 through 9 tells us that it was the Sabbath. In fact, Jesus healed many people on the Sabbath, which was another thing the Jews didn't like about him. Here's your bonus question. How long had the lame man been sick? How long had that lame man been sick? Now remember, this bonus question, you don't get any help. If you get it right, you get 3 extra points. If you get it wrong, you lose 3 points. The other ones are worth a point apiece. So the answer is found in John 5 and verse number 5. It was 38 years. All right, let's move on to our next set of questions. When Jeroboam's son got sick, who did he send his wife to, seeking answers about the boy's condition? Was it Josiah, Bethiah, or Ahijah? 1 Kings 14, verses 1 through 2 tells us that it was Ahijah. Question number 2, what did Jeroboam tell his wife to do when she went to see Ahijah? Take gifts, disguise himself, or plead with him? 1 Kings 14, verse number 2 tells us that the answer is disguise herself. Number 3, what did Ahijah tell Jeroboam's wife that God was going to do to the house of Jeroboam? Women would be barren, remove it from Israel, or all males would die. 1 Kings 14, verses 10 through 11, all males would die. Number 4, where did Ahijah say that God would scatter the people of Israel? In the desert, beyond the Euphrates, or throughout Africa? 1 Kings 14, verse 15 tells us the answer is beyond the Euphrates. Number 5, what happened when Jeroboam's wife entered her home? Her son died, Jeroboam died, or she dropped dead? 1 Kings 14, verse 17 tells us that the answer is her son died. Okay, here's your final bonus question for today. Where did Jeroboam's family live? Where did Jeroboam's family live? The answer is found in 1 Kings 14 and verse number 17. And the answer is Tirzah. That's Tirzah, Tirzah. Well, I hope you did well, and I hope the rest of your day is great and you have a wonderful weekend.